A few years ago, my longtime friend was unexpectedly called back to heaven at the age of 65. He had retired only 6 months earlier. He spent his life working hard and raising a beautiful family. But in the end, he had no time left for himself to pursue his own passions. We always think we have more time. It's a tragic story that highlights the fact that life makes no promises. We mustn't make the mistake of postponing our dreams, because tomorrow is promised to no one. If you want to guarantee that you'll have time to enjoy a slice of your life for yourself, you really need to slam on the brakes and carve out that time specifically for you. Shortly after my friend's passing, that's exactly what I did. With the help of my incredibly talented brother-in-law, we turned my high-mileage Honda Civic back into a roadworthy, mile-devouring adventure machine. He swapped out so many critical components on my car and saved me a small fortune in labor fees in the process. I am eternally grateful to him. Thank you, Jeff. These repairs and replacements gave my vehicle a fighting chance to get me to all of the places that I wanted to explore. While my brother-in-law worked tirelessly fixing up my car for me, I started dreaming about sharing my travel videos that I hadn't even filmed yet. Maybe I could share them with people on YouTube someday. So I started coming up with different ideas for a cartoon bear sleeping in his car. And ultimately, I was able to find a free animation app where I was able to make a little animated intro for my channel. I put about $1,300 into the car once the parts were replaced and Humpty Dumpty was put back together again. I felt that a second life had been breathed into the vehicle, and it was now safe to leave for big trip number 1. What's up, guys? Thanks for swinging by and sharing your valuable time with me. I am the guy that said goodbye to his job and decided to drive across the country in his vehicle that has 172,000 miles on it. Wow! Doesn't that increase your chances for breaking down? Yes. Yes, it does. Good morning. Today is day number 1 of my new adventure. So this morning I started with 172,080 miles. I'm heading to Hoboken, New Jersey. It is Willow's first birthday. I'm getting off the Massachusetts Turnpike, getting onto Route 84. That'll take me straight through Hartford, Connecticut. I'm heading down south to my niece's first birthday party to celebrate the big 1-year-old with her.
gets all my moral values.
Mommy, is this what sweet
She's
tastes
never
like?
tasted anything like that before.
Mommy, this is sweeter than the zucchini you feed me.
Good morning. It's Monday morning. I'm fleeing the city. I'm heading to the National Seashore. Down in Maryland. This is a very industrial area. Can you see Lady Liberty on the horizon? There she is. This is the vehicle I'm going to attempt to explore the country with. This is day 2 of my adventure. So I spent the night in Hoboken, New Jersey. I'm about an hour south of there. And I just stopped at REI to pick up my America the Beautiful National Park Pass.
Welcome to Delaware.
Woo!
Yeah!
When I left New Jersey, I decided I wanted to meet up with my mother for Easter in a couple weeks down in Florida. So I figured I would hug the coastline for my trip southbound. I skirted around Philadelphia and out to the Maryland coast to explore Assateague Island, known for its wildlife, including wild ponies. It's March 22nd, and I'm spending the night. I'm spending a couple of nights. And it is, well, if I said breezy, that would be an understatement, because that lump over here, that's my tent. But yeah, it's a bit breezy and a little chilly, and my tent is holding on for dear life. It's the first time I've camped at the beach, first time I've set up my tent in foot-deep soft sand. So whatever directions you had, throw them out the window. Totally crazy, but it'll do, because this place is beautiful. campers. Some early morning rain made its way into my tent. It's soggy and sandy outside. Still very windy. Since it's wet and it's cold, I've decided to move this circus along to the next town. See you there. Good morning. I guess this is day 3. Ended up leaving Assateague Island this morning. But you can see that the weather is done an about face. I'm only about 35 minutes south of where I was. And the clouds burned off and it's nice and sunny. But I'm guessing back at the beach it's still, you know, they're basically inside a giant cloud. I'm trying to avoid DC and Richmond. So when I glanced at the map when I left, I knew if I headed back inland, I would have to fight with Richmond, so I'm just sneaking south down some real nice roads, and in about 100 miles this will spill me out into Virginia. Chesapeake Bay Bridge. It's a rainy day here in Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. Decided to stay at a hotel last night and this evening as well because, well, the rain. It's very windy. And that's why the Wright brothers chose this place to experiment with flight. This is Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, and I'm at the Wright Brothers National Monument. In the year 1900, a couple of brothers came out from Ohio to the North Carolina coast to experiment with flight. Their names, Orville and Wilbur Wright, successfully flew the very first powered aircraft. This monument commemorates that occasion, which was December 17th, 1903. The flight was recorded in a famous photograph that you see here. They flew 120 feet in 12 seconds at a speed of only 6.8 miles per hour. Once I left the Wright Brothers National Monument, I headed further south down the Cape Hatteras seashore to the Bodie Island Lighthouse. Thursday, March 25th, 10 a.m. I've left the mainland. I'm heading to Hatteras, which is about 70 miles from here, along the Cape Hatteras National Seashore. This is pretty crazy. I'm going to take the ferry from Hatteras to Ocracoke Island, and I'm going to camp there tonight. This is beautiful scenery. This is Cape Hatteras Light Station. And they have a nice memorial here of all the principal and assistant lighthouse keepers of the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse from 1803 to 1939. They have their names engraved in the stones. The Cape Hatteras National Seashore, otherwise known as the Outer Banks, is a thin strip of land and islands that stretch out into the Atlantic Ocean. The North Carolina Department of Transportation actually has a free car ferry that'll transport you from Hatteras out to yet another thin little strip of land known as Ocracoke Island. The car ferry is free, but be prepared to wait, even in the off-season. Weird.
My car is off.
It's in park. But you brakes on.
But we're moving.
Welcome to Ocracoke Island. Okay, fun fact time. So, Ocracoke Island is actually a continuation of the Cape Hatteras National Seashore. They're all part of the Barrier Islands, otherwise known as the Outer Banks, which are the thin strips of land and islands that stretch for 200 miles from southeastern Virginia all the way out into the Atlantic Ocean and along the coast of North Carolina. Ocracoke Island is about 16 miles long and has 800 year-round residents. Yeah, it's about 3:30 now, and I just got to Ocracoke Campground. Pretty freaking awesome. You can hear the waves. The dunes are right there. This is my spot. I found a perfect little hiding spot for my tent in here. I'll set up right here. And you can just walk right into the dunes. Why don't we do that right now? Coolest campsite ever. One of the few sites with shade. Unfortunately, the ranger just swung by and said somebody has this site tomorrow night, so I'm gonna have to move in the morning, but it's all good. Once I was all set up for the night, I wanted to go into town and check it out. The town of Ocracoke. I decided to do a little shopping and check out Ocracoke Lighthouse. When I returned to the campground, I decided to head to the beach to chill out for the night. control these waters. This is Blackbeard Beach. He's sitting on a ton of gold right now. That same moon gave them light while they dug the hole for the treasure. That same wretched, cursed moon that we see tonight. Jangle while you're young. 'cause if our vessel gets stuck on the sandbar, there's no fresh water to drink. We'll line the beach with skeletons when they finally find out where we hid all the loot. Even a crappy cup of coffee tastes amazing while you're camping. Cheers. Friday, March 26th. I got up early, went into town, and reserved this site for an additional 3 nights. It's not quite as spectacular as the last one, but there is some shade and shelter from the wind. So I found a little nook. This was the best spot they had left since it's Friday going into the weekend. I like it. So I'm gonna go back into town, grab some supplies, and head to the beach. Friday evening. I had a wonderful day at the beach, and the sun just went down about 20 minutes ago, and this super thick blanket of fog has rolled in off the ocean, but that definitely won't put a damper on my evening. Having the time of my life. Peace out, homies. Hello, campers. Another beautiful morning on Ocracoke Island. Making some coffee and some oatmeal. I'm on a trail just outside of the Ocracoke campground. It's a beautiful day. I saw some little gecko lizards sunbathing on the railings of the footbridge I just went over. I already have sunburns on the top of my feet. Hey, I'm Irish. Let's go to the beach for 4 days without sunscreen. Great, meet you in the car. What was I thinking? I am like truly blessed to have such a great life and a great family. This journey is just getting rolling. I want you viewers to realize that I realize just how blessed I am. That I have the time to do what I'm doing. And I get to do it while I'm young. So I decided to jump off the hamster wheel and carve a big slice of time out of my life just for me. See? There's one. Hi, little guy.
Get to the chopper!
Very foggy. It's like we're inside a... There's another one. We're inside a cloud. They are cool little guys. There's two. No, it's just one, but he's a lot bigger. Whoa, he just stretched his back legs out like... Ah. You are cool. Thank you for this photo op. I will leave you alone. Where am I? I think I'm finally on island time. I have no idea what time it is. Absolutely no idea. Yeah. It's so wonderful when you reach that point where you just stop trying to do everything and you embrace where you are and embrace the fact that you don't have to do anything to have a great time. But being in the right spot helps a lot. The sun was hot today. So I basically just spent the whole afternoon in this cool umbrella tent thingy. I have the perfect little nest hiding away from the sun. It's a beautiful time of the day. So the sun set rather unceremoniously this evening behind thick clouds that rolled in off the ocean, bringing some thunderstorms. So it's raining now. I'm just chilling out in my car, listening to the radio. Probably go to bed in a little while. Just wanted to say goodnight. Sweet dreams, campers. Okay, the thunderstorm just it's been coming for a while. You could hear it in the distance, like a T-Rex from Jurassic Park. And then boom! Cool though. I'm safe and warm in my tent. Woo! Wild weather. Good morning. It's Sunday, March 28th. Very foggy this morning. That seems to be a trend on the island. You wake up in a big cloud of fog. Coffee. You can see how narrow Ocracoke Island is. Over there is Pamlico Bay. Well, it's late afternoon on Sunday, and I'm catching a 1 o'clock ferry back to mainland North Carolina tomorrow. So I've got to pack it up in the morning. I've had an amazing stay here on the tiny sliver of land known as Ocracoke Island. Maybe I'll be back someday. Just wanted to share the proximity to the beach with you from the campground. The sun made a rare appearance just before she disappeared for the day. A week ago tonight, I was in New Jersey for Willow's first birthday party. That was a special way to kick off the trip. I can't believe it's been a week already since I was in New Jersey. So yeah, last night at Ocracoke Campground, Catching the ferry tomorrow? What's that? An unobstructed view of the sun. A beautiful fourth morning on Ocracoke Island. The wind finally died down. The birds are chirping. There's so many songbirds on this island. It's just so cool waking up and hearing them chirping all around. The winds were ferocious last night. I've pretty much been up since 5 a.m. thinking there was some kind of poltergeist trying to get in my tent. Catching the ferry in a couple hours, saying goodbye to this beautiful campground, and seeing what's next. I've got promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep.